with you. Between these Florida A&M Series 4 game 1 was met back in 86. Started in 1937. A&M won 25. That was in the Blossom Classic. They also began in 1943 in the Blossom Classic. Hampton was 39-0. So its first win, the Rattlers of A&M. Young student from the 5th sideline. Rattlers getting set up to look pretty. Second and through. Opening run for Brooks. Big run, Corey Brooks up to the 24-yard line. A 20-yard gain. Finally brought down by Cordell Taylor.
Great hole on the left side. Offensively for the Rattlers. He just breaks it out. No containment, no force, no feel. As a result, he has a gaping hole on the left side that he scampers for a 25-yard keeper. First down and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
On a lot of backs, and he has the ball again. Brooks across midfield and shy of a first down by about 2 yards. He's on that run.
Rattlers come from their ground power.
And they can throw the ball, but they run a lot of backs. Ken Williams at fullback. You'll see Corey Brooks, Michael Williams, Josh Patterson, Buddy Davis, Dale Cole, and Antoine Flowers. They don't mind putting them in there. Billy Joe has some depth there. Second down, they'll call it 1 after a 9-yard gain. This time, the fullback Ken Williams for the first down to the 41-yard line of Hampton University.
Impressive runs for positive yardage. Again, you'll have to question the defensive line here. Hampton, who's ranked also quite high, 39th overall in Division I.
In run defense, 32nd in total defense. First down and 10. Their quarterback, Ottoman Sampson. He's a junior out of Edison High, Miami, Florida. In fact, the quarterbacks at Florida A&M, as this pass is not going to be high enough for Robert Wilson. The quarterbacks at Florida A&M, between Sampson and Damian Slaughter, have been involved in most of the touchdowns that the school has scored. Sampson has been involved in 12 of the 17 touchdowns that they've scored, either running or passing. He has run for 5. He has passed for 7.
Get a chance to look at the key game elements today.
All control, very, very important. And again, here goes
holding.
And there's a flag down. And it may be against the hammer. Jamie Nail, he's a big one. He slimmed down from 377 to 345. He's wearing number 74, if you see him out there. They call him the Hammer. His name is Jamie Nail. He came to FAMU as a defensive lineman, but he started the last 25, 26 games for them, so he's been a main cog in that offensive wheel for Billy Joe.
Tough break here for number 6, who's been the mainstay early going in this early series for Florida A&M's offensive attack. Corey Brooks.
And look at the officials. Most of the crew from the Durham area, North Carolina. Ken Dollar out of Atlanta was very instrumental in planning events for the Olympics down in Atlanta.
Wholesale substitution for the defense for Hampton.
There's Jim Joe. He is the assistant head coach, brother of the head coach, Billy Joe. He's the offensive coordinator. Billy Joe coaches him up in the booth. So he talks to Jimmy down on the headsets on the sideline, and Jimmy calls the plays by way of hand signals. Sampson back to pass. From the shotgun. And it's complete on the comeback. Good pass route by John Rutledge, the junior from Jefferson, Tampa, his 6th reception of the year.
Good route by Rutledge on the left side. Get a chance to look at it again. The throw was a little underthrown, so he had to come back for it. However, good yardage, particularly after the 10-yard penalty assessment. Brings up about a 3rd down and 7.
15-yard gain on the pass play from the shotgun again. On 3rd down, Sampson throws an out pattern and is complete on the far sideline to Wilson for the first down. Robert Wilson, and the stop made on the far sideline by Adams. Marvin Adams or was it Darryl Fife? One of those two over there. I believe it was either 31 or 11.
I believe it was 11. Adams on the stop, Marvin Adams. Good route, good throw, good catch.
9 yards on the reception.
Good
As
run.
you look at Robert Wilson, his 34th catch of the year. He has 166 career receptions
Today.
at Florida A&M. Again, here's Brooks. Right side, finally knocked down on the far sideline.
Give a great deal of credit to the offensive lineman who's opening up gaping holes for particularly the runner of record to date is Corey Brooks. Has done nothing but made positive yardage each time he's carried the ball.
Oderman Sampson, the stats on him. But with those 7 touchdowns that he's thrown, Sampson has also thrown 10 interceptions. Well, you don't like to throw more interceptions than you do touchdowns.
Not indeed.
7-yard gain on that play. It'll be 2nd down. Look at Sampson out of Miami. He was a red shirt. He didn't play last year. In fact, got a chance to spend some time up in the booth with Coach Billy Joe, so he got an opportunity to observe and see what the scheme of things is from up in the press box as opposed to being down on the sideline.
You get a good visual perception by being up top, and that's one of the reasons why Coach Billy Joe likes to be up top, to signal back plays that will potentially be big playmates for his particular team.
They're going to measure. Billy Joe is in the booth right next to us, to our right.
Eating hot dogs.
The Hampton coaches are in the booth to our left. But we're kind of caught in the middle of the screaming exercise that they have going on in their headsets down on the field. Florida A&M started the season with a win over Tennessee State. Sampson threw for 303 yards in that game, and they beat Tuskegee 56-0. Sampson had 300 yards in that game, but then things kind of fell apart for them against Jackson State in the game. They lost 16-9 as Sampson threw 7 interceptions. They had 9 turnovers in that particular ball game. Then against Howard last week, Sampson had 144 yards passing for a touchdown. He ran for 54 yards and another touchdown, so his running ability is there. It is 3rd and inches for the Rattlers of Florida A&M. They've driven from their own 20-yard line after the missed 32-yard field goal to Hampton University's A.C. White, and goes straight ahead. The quarterback keeps it, and that's where Sampson gets a lot of his touchdowns, on those 1-yard bursts.
1-yard bursts from right at the first, the second, the third and goal, and when you've got a quarterback with the strength, the speed, it's particularly the rhythmic cadence that he calls, he can easily get it in.
This will be the 10th play of 5 coming up as the ball is spotted at the 17-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Wholesale substitutions. The big man of record carrying the ball on the ground. This first series for Florida A&M, Corey Brooks is out of the game.
Well, like I said, they have a whole bunch of backs. And this time it's Michael Williams getting the call. He's a freshman out of San Diego, California, with the Lincoln Prep out there, along with Dale Terrell in the lineup.
Number 31 on the stop for the playmaker for the Pirates. There's the young man who had a chance to highlight on the offset of the ball game.
You see they have a big lineman in the backfield, number 77, and look on the carry is Michael Williams. They put 77 in the backfield to do some blocking offensively, as Xavier Gunn made the stop for Hampton University. But 77 is Ralphio Garcia, an offensive lineman out of Miami's Edison High. He's 6'4", 273. He's going out right now, but they put him in the backfield. It's a 3rd down and long, 3rd and about 6. Passing down from the shotgun. Sampson looking, throws, touchdown, Florida A&M. Robert Wilson, 2 catches today, his 5th touchdown of the year, 20th of his career.
Big play.
The leading receiver in the conference, Robert Wilson from Monticello, Florida, runs a 4.40. In fact, he's the cousin of Ernest Gibbons. Well, there's some receivership blood in that battle.
No question about it. The roots run deep.
for the point after touchdown. The kick is up by Juan Toro, and it is good. So FAMU strikes first. They drive 80 yards, and they take a 7-0 lead with 3:01 left in the first quarter. We'll be back. We're at the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. Stay with us. The second time today, left-footed kicker. And the deep man for the Pirates of Hampton, Andre Beasley from the 8-yard line. Beasley out across the 20 to the 22, maybe the 23. That's where the Pirates will go to work. Their second offensive possession. First down and 10. 2:56 is the time remaining as we look at that scoring drive by the Rattlers. 12 plays, 80 yards. They used up 5 minutes and 24 seconds off the clock. A couple of big running plays by Corey. And, of course, the passing of Sampson made the difference on the drive. They got the points and the yards when they needed them.
Indeed, they did. Very well conceived offensive play selections. Again from up top by head coach Billy Joel. Back to live action.
And Johnson gets it complete to Rashad Joyner, the junior, Chesapeake, Virginia. Let's look at the touchdown pass again.
Good protection at the point of attack by the big offensive lineman for Florida A&M. Again, no penetration here at all except for 29 late. But again, a fine over the arm spiral to its intended receiver, Robert Wilson, who gets it in for his 20th career touchdown.
It is second down and about 7 for the Pirates of Hampton.
Reverse.
And they go with the double reverse. They've got some blocking, but there's a clip. A big clip. I mean, it was so obvious. We saw it from up here. Michael Jenkins clipped James Gibson. So even if it had turned into something, it would have been broken.
Went for minus yards as well.
Well, we had offsetting penalties, so FAMU was offside. There was clipping against Hampton University. So you had the line judge.
Here it is right there at the bottom of your screen.
The headlines, you see it there, the headlinesman got the flag on the clip. On the opposite side of the field, the line judge had the offside. So to bring up a second down, they'll replay that one.
Out.
And it's complete to Jenkins. Jenkins breaks one tackle, but is finally brought down by Primus Bailey. Bailey was the man actually that had him and couldn't contain him.
Nifty job by the young man on the reception there, number 80, Michael Jenkins. As he alluded, 3 would-be tacklers to get the necessary first down yardage. Ball at their own 39-yard line, first down and 10.
Let's go down to George Johnson. Well, we'll go down right after this play. He has a special guest. I'm sure you will enjoy hearing from. It is first down and 10. Let's go down to George now. He has a special guest, the winner of the Major Taylor Award for 1996 at the Circle City Classic. George?
All right, thank you very much, Charlie. Yes, the recipient, Reggie Williams, Vice President of Walt Disney Sports, if I'm not mistaken, down in Florida.
And in fact, just got a new name, Disney's Wide World of Sports. So we open up in the spring, and we're excited to be here.
You know, obviously you were recognized here at the Circle City Classic for the efforts that you've put in terms of getting the youth more involved in sports. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it's very important for young people to recognize that sports builds a lot of character, the dependence on one another, teammanship, and really a lot of success in sports goes directly to how well you're educated, how well you can learn, how well you can read. So there's a transfer between doing well in the classroom and doing well in sports.
And of course, you're working on this big sports complex down in Florida right now. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's very exciting. It's going to be the premier sports destination where anyone can really come and enjoy their sport of choice. It'll be excellent facilities, great management, and opportunity for people to enjoy their championship experience.
You know, Charlie's looking at all this action going on. I wonder if he caught you getting out of the way, you being a former linebacker with the Bengals, getting out of the way of these plays on the sideline.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not moving as fast as I used to move, but this is an exciting game with two great offenses, and really, if they can reduce the turnovers, either team can win, so this is the game to tune into.
All right, thank you very much, Reggie. Reggie Williams, Vice President of Disney Sports. Back up to you, Charles.
I thought he was going to have a flashback and run out there and make a tackle. It'll bring up a fourth down situation for the Hampton Pirates after the incomplete pass intended for Joyner and the defense downfield by Kevin Cleveland. The punter, Todd Covington, first time he's punted today. And that's going to be a stoppage in play. I do not know why, but anyway, maybe they had to change the down marker. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Todd Covington coming into the game, 32 yards for punt. Very dangerous punt returner, and Andre Williams may be the most dangerous punt return man in the conference. One of the most dangerous in the country. He's going to call for the fair catch, so he won't get a chance. When you get down there that quickly, you don't give him a chance.
Certainly don't, man. Number 21 was down there, but before the ball got there, the purchase of Carnell Taylor. Good coverage.
Timeout. Coca-Cola Circle City Classic, 7-0 after a 32. Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. That's easy for me to say.
Certainly was.
We're at the RCA Dome in Indianapolis. Of course, a lot of excitement in this town, not only for the Circle City Classic, but for the Indianapolis Colts, who are the only unbeaten team in the NFL. They play the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo tomorrow. So a lot of excitement generated around Indianapolis these days. Sampson on the air, incomplete.
Well advised, too. Good coverage there by number 11.
Marvin Adams on Robert Wilson.
Could have very easily been 7-6.
You're right about that.
You know, if we get a chance to watch Sampson next time he's deploying the shotgun formation, he's got a very unusual way of standing. Particularly, right, here he is, sort of like a Joe Green, sort of cat-a-corner stance.
As a complete on this sideline, this time Andre Williams, a junior from Gary, Georgia, Gray, Georgia, rather, made the stop or reception.
I said sort of similar to that of Joe Green. Joe had an uncanny way of lining up on centers. It wouldn't be head-on. It would be sort of like cat-cornered, I guess, where he could pull out the center, guard, and tackle. He was a mean guy. That's why they called him Mean Joe Green.
There's a holding penalty against Hampton, the Pirates of Hampton University. Coming into the ball game, Hampton had been penalized 29 times for 329 yards, averaging 7 penalties, 82 yards per contest. And this will give Florida A&M a first down. You don't want to make those types of mistakes. One of the things Joe Taylor wanted to do coming in was protect the football. They couldn't afford, as Reggie Williams, you heard him say, these teams don't turn the ball over. You should have a pretty good ball game. And that has been the Achilles heel for the Rattlers of Florida A&M, especially the last 2 ball games. They had a number of turnovers last week, even against Howard, in a game that they won. And they had 9 against Jackson State. That's the end of the first quarter here from the RCA Dome in Indianapolis, the 13th annual Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. When we come back, it'll be FAMU's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 41.
13th annual Circle City Classic.
Let's look at the comparisons for what these two teams have done and how evenly matched they really are throughout this year, even though Florida A&M has given up more yards on defense than the Pirates. You see that 198 yards, that's the 200 we talked about that they average running the ball this year, passing offense and total offense. Pretty much even. Even though the
fumble
and FAMU gets lucky. FAMU gets very lucky on that. Almost another turnover in this ball game. Corey Brooks had a little problem with the ball. They lose about 4 yards on the play to bring up a 2nd down and 14. This drive started at their own 27. Ottoman Sampson is their quarterback. Under center. This time, Ken Williams with the up back. Here's Corey Brooks, second man through. Nothing happening there as the linebacker, Monte Foote, made the stop defensively for Hampton University. He's out of Winston-Salem, Carver High. And they may have lost another yard. That's the sixth time he has made a defensive stop in which the running back has been thrown for a loss.
We'll see him again deploy the shotgun, which almost dictates pass.
Third down and 15. Now Sampson decides he's going to run with it, gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up a fourth down punting situation.
Fine defensive coverage downfield. Everybody was shackled by a man defensively. Hampton looked like they were in a blitz, and there was man-to-man coverage drawn by the secondary. Bring up a fourth down punting situation. He picked up 6 on the play. Bring up a fourth down and 9.
First time we've seen Darren Ford punt today. Low snap, they were coming after it. And this one's picked up by Antonio Ricks, who runs out of bounds on the far sideline at the 22-yard line. So that's where Hampton will go to work. First down and 10 at their own 22. 7-0, 13:04 remaining here in the first half of the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. Third reception for Mayer this year, or actually the 7th reception for Mayer this year. There goes a handoff on an inside counter play to Lamont Still, and Still picks up about 5 yards. We'll give him 4 on that one.
Here's the last play, Charlie, as you're about to mention. Jay Johnson scrambling, finds an open Tyrone Mayer in the left flats, and he turns it into valuable yardage just shy of midfield, where they're come up now, second down and 7.
Again, Mayer has the ball on the pitch, being beat by Cedric Liddell. Finally bumped out of bounds by Liddell. Also had some help over there from Antonio Bradwell. The stats on Tyrone Mayer. You know, we talk about this other young man that's been in the backfield for Hampton University, Lamont Still. Here's a young man 2 years ago, rushed for over 1,000 yards, 1,174 yards in his first year at Hampton. Was the rookie of the year in the MEAC. Is Mayer, first down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Goes Tyrone Mayer. He was the MEAC Player of the Week. He's the co-captain of this team. Offensive Player of the Week.
Great skills in possession of that young man, Tyrone Mayer. You can see why he's averaging and sporting a 5.8 yards per carry average. 9 touchdowns rushing this year. Pass complete to Jenkins, and Jenkins down to the 35-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. We talked about Hampton playing in these NFL stadiums. We talked about them playing Clark Atlanta in Atlanta. They played Howard at RFK Stadium. They played Virginia State at the Meadowlands, and here they are in Indianapolis. They've only had one home game this year in their own stadium, and that was against the Aggies of North Carolina A&T. Great experience and great exposure for the young men.
Next week they'll be at Delaware State, the team they beat last year, 51-21. And then on the 26th, they'll have a week off. Then on the 26th, they'll be in South Carolina State, a team they haven't played since 1938.
Whoa. That was before you and I were even conceived, huh?
Hopefully.
Our moms and dads weren't even conceived then.
Third down 3. Johnson. Out of bounds. The receiver was way out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Covered by Brian Thomas, number 13 for the Rattlers. Good coverage. When you can knuckle a receiver out of bounds, you know he doesn't have a chance to feel a reception.
Well, I don't think they would have counted it anyhow because I was watching back judge Pete Hayes signal that he went out of bounds, and you can't go out of bounds and come back in and catch the pass. Either way. But they're going to go for it on 4th down and 3. 4th and 3, they're going to go for it with Mayer, the lone setback, behind Johnson. In motion is Ricks.
Option.
On the option, here's Ricks trying to turn the corner.
No way.
And he will not get there.
Great down.
But a flag is going to be thrown. And it's going to be thrown against Carlos Odom, the senior out of Haines City, Florida, number 11 there. Personal foul. So what a break for the Hampton Pirates. And this flag was thrown right in front of the Florida A&M bench.
What a great graphic there. No team has scored.
I'd like
against...
to see what he did to make the personal foul. I thought it was good aggressive defense, but the official on the play saw it a little differently, and he threw the flag against Florida A&M.
That was a fine graphic. No team has scored against Florida A&M in the second quarter this season.
Let's look at it once again, Lem, and see if we can see what actually... Now, that's the play before.
Previous play out of bounds.
But the last play is the one we're talking about that caused the personal foul penalty.
Personal foul that was flagrant.
And that was a 4th down play in which they did not gain the first down. As you look at Carlos Odom, a former quarterback, switched over to the secondary and has done a fine job back there. He has 8 career interceptions. Does a great job on defense for Billy Joe and the defensive coordinator, Clifton Moore.
Do we have that last play, the 4th down attempt?
So in the meantime, there's a discussion among the officials.
This perhaps
it may not be a first down because of, it may not have been, well, let me see. It may have been from the spot of the infraction, and at the spot of the infraction, maybe it wasn't enough for the first down.
Well, they only needed 4 yards on the 4th down attempt. I don't know what's going on.
Now let's look at it.
First down for Florida A&M.
Okay, it was after the play. It was a dead ball foul. All right. So it is a first down, but it's for Florida A&M.
After the play was over, a dead ball foul, which awards 15 yards to Hampton, but gives Florida A&M possession of the ball, first down and 10.
From their own 20. Actually, the 19-yard line. Third possession of the day for Florida A&M. Odom Sampson is the quarterback of record. Fake draw. Looked like it missed communication back there. And the stop is going to be made by Charles Preston, the sophomore out of Washington, D.C.'s Cardozo High, and Donald Turner. In fact, Preston comes from the same high school as Coach Joe Taylor, Cardozo High in Washington, D.C. Preston, one of those young men that went to the University of Virginia, wasn't very happy there, decided to transfer to Hampton University, and done a fine job, a fine specimen of an athlete, 6'6", 275. Doesn't look like an ounce on him.
None at all. Good shot. Good-looking kid, too.
It is second down after a gain of 1.
Play action.
And again, carrying the ball is Corey Brooks. Corey Brooks will be shy about a half a yard, maybe a yard of a first down. See where they mark it. They'll mark it at about the 27-yard line. He has to get out to about the 29 for first down. Jimmy Joe trying to squeeze it over with some body language.
Doesn't work.
We're in the second quarter here at the RCA Dome in Indianapolis. Under 9 minutes to go. 7-0 is the score. Florida A&M out in front. And they have the ball with a third down and 2. Pass play has a complete far sideline first down. And it was Donald Turner defending on the play. Robert Wilson on the reception.
Good high percentage pass for the first down yardage. A quick out.
Wilson has the only touchdown in this game, a 12-yard pass from Sampson. That came in the first quarter with
That was
3:01 to go.
That was riding through behind his right ear.
1st and 10.
Hand signals now being called. Sampson. Play action.
Rose has a complete.
First
Far
down.
sideline, but it should be enough for the first down as Cordell Taylor came up to make the stop on Robert Wilson.
Bad spot by the official, trailing on the play. With Sampson calling hand signals. Selected here. Get a chance to see. Intended receiver had gone beyond the first down marker. Here it is now. Driven back by the defender. But now he's awarded, yes.
So they keep the drive alive. It started at their own 20. Again, Sampson looking in the middle of the field. Wide open is Taylor. Marvin Taylor and Donald Turner finally makes the stop. Wide open. Big play.
Snatched his left shoe right off his foot. Good thing.
For 20 yards, 21 yards on that pass play.
Good thing he would have still been running now. Good job by number 5, Turner, on making the stop. A wide open number 80, Taylor on the reception. A chance to look at his graphics for the season.
Marvin came in with 9 catches, averaging 23 yards per catch. So he was right up there in the area's average with that 21-yard reception. And now Hampton University wants the timeout. They're being pushed down the field. And, of course, the Rattlers have been mixing the plays up pretty well with runs and passes. 7-0. 7:32 remaining. First half at the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic.
Call 1-800-USA-NAVY. Let the journey begin.
At the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic, it's halftime. Hampton University Pirates leading the Rattlers of Florida A&M 14-7. Charlie Neal and Lem Barney here. And that first half created some excitement, especially toward the end. Although Hampton had a chance early in the ball game, blew a 32-yard field goal. Florida A&M came back to take the 7-0 lead.
As you mentioned, Charlie, a lot of highlights in the first half. And again, Hampton coming out on top 14-7. Get a chance to see the first touchdown of the game. Came off a 12-yard strike from quarterback Sampson to his favorite receiver, Robert Wilson, who gets his 20th touchdown of the season. Went 7-0, and the next play was a callback touchdown by Jenkins, who was interfered on a blocking by his own teammate. But again, this comes up with the 70-yard interception return for a touchdown by the young man who you just highlighted prior to this interception, Darrell Flight, who outlegged both quarterback and fullback for a 70-yard touchdown return by way of interception.
Well, I'll tell you, that was quite a run by Mr. Flight, the former fullback, and then they went for the two-point conversion.
Went for the two-point conversion, and coming up with the big play was number 7, Lamont Steele, who knotted the game, knotted the score at 14, where Hampton now leads at halftime, 14-7 over Florida A&M.
And let's look at the stats in the first half. Time of possession, pretty even. Total yards, very even there. Pirates 210 to 204. They have a 6-yard advantage for the leading personnel in the particular game. Florida A&M in the rushing department. Brooks with 42 yards, while Mayer for Hampton has 27 yards on 10 attempts. On the receiving end, Wilson having a big game with 5 receptions, 48 yards, while Rashad Joyner and Michael Jenkins lead the Hampton Pirates with 2 receptions each. And that's the way it is at the time here. And we'll be back for the second half kickoff from Indianapolis, the RCA Dome. It's the 13th annual Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. 14-7 is our halftime score as we get ready to start the second half here at the RCA Dome in Indianapolis, Indiana. Florida A&M will receive the second half kickoff. A.C. Wyatt will kick it off for the Hampton Pirates. Quite a pretty even ball game on the statistical side for the both squads.
Time of possession, yardage gain. Differential is the 7-point lead. Hampton over Florida A&M. Maybe
Here's a fake reverse by Andre Williams from the 7 out to the 26-yard line. And that's where Florida A&M will start the second half at their own 26, trailing by a touchdown, 14-7. Charlie Neal, Lem Barney, George Johnson down on the sideline with you. Here you talk about these coaches, Lem Barney. The last time Hampton University played against Billy Joe was when Billy Joe was at Central State. It was 1987. Central State won that game 80-13. But Hampton went on to post a 9-3 record over the season. After that loss, it kind of gave them a wake-up call. They went 9-3 for the year. Won 5 straight games.
Play here.
And they won 9-3. Well, it didn't go far. In fact, they lost 2 yards on it. It was going to be a big play. They thought it was going to be a big play. And when you talk about these two coaches going against each other, they went against each other only one other time. That game was on BET in Richmond, Central State against Virginia Union. That's when Joe Taylor was coaching at Virginia Union. Billy Joe was at Central State, of course, and Central State won that game 27-26. That's right.
There's Coach
Joe Taylor. In his 50th. He was at Virginia Union for 8 years. And they went to the playoffs 3 times, the NCAA Division II playoffs. There's going to be a penalty. George Johnson had a chance to talk to both coaches at halftime. Let's go to George right now.
All right, thank you very much, Charlie. Well, as you know, Billy Joe usually takes off a little early, goes upstairs because that's his perch during the ball game. So I got a chance to talk to the offensive coordinator, Jimmy Joe. And he said he thinks that his club needs to stop making these small mental mistakes. He'd like to see them have a little bit better ball control to help the defense out. On the other hand, it's Joe Taylor who believes that his intensity is great. He's very happy with that. He thinks the secondary is breaking down a little bit, but of course he credits that to Florida A&M's offense. Meanwhile, on his offense, he would like for them to get a little bit more discipline and execute a little bit better. Back up to you guys.
All right. See what happens. Of course, I'm sure they both went over a lot of strategy at halftime and the mistakes that each team has made in the first half. It's Hampton on the fake draw play. It's back to pass. Throws in the middle. It's intercepted again. It is intercepted.
got run to the
Taylor. Cordell Taylor still on his feet. Brought down at the 22-yard line. Nice hit it up in the air. He almost had his second. Rutledge finally made the stop for Florida A&M.
Big play. Opportunistic is the defense of the Pirates. Once again, the second score of the evening. Hampton came on a 70-yard interception. Here's the second interception thrown by Sampson. Again, ball deflected by number 31, Darrell Fleiss, into the arms of number 21. Taylor brings it back to the 22-yard line of Florida A&M. First down and 10.
First interception of the year for the cornerback Taylor, senior out of Norfolk, Virginia. But thank Darrell Fleiss for that, because he's the one that pops it up in the air.
That's something defensive teams practice every day, or the tip drill.
At the 22 of Florida A&M, Hampton has the ball, leading 14-7. Here's the handoff to Still, and Still down inside the 20 to about the 19. Lamont Still on the carry. And the thing that Billy Joe was really concerned about coming into this game was the turnover. And the turnover bug has raised his ugly head once again. They had a big turnover today against Jackson State. They turned the ball over 9 times. Turned it over a couple of times against University. I should say against Howard University a week ago. And they were fortunate to come out of that one with a 1-point victory, as Jason DeQueer, one of the top kickers in the conference, missed the PAT. There's a timeout on the field, and we're going to take one. 13:28 to go in the third quarter. We're at the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. Hampton has the lead.
A long time ago, someone said, I'm
here in the third quarter. 13:28 the time remaining, and second down and 9 yards to go for Hampton University. Ball right at the 20-yard line.
Here's the tip. Flight tips it into the hands of Taylor, who was coming over to latch down on the intended receiver. Good job of advancing the ball back up. Across the 50-yard stripe. Being hurled down by Rutledge.
Looks like somebody else I know with that number.
Yeah. Neon Dion, how's that? Curl.
Should have been almost intercepted through two defenders' hands. Actually, Johnson should not have thrown the ball because he was covered pretty close down there by Gibson as the ball was intended for Joyner. Odom also back there defensively to bring up a third down. There's Gibson, who, oh, I should have had it. Jackson High, a senior from Miami. And there's Odom right alongside of it. So to bring up a third down long situation.
Televised pass, as you mentioned, Charlie. Third down.
Screen. And back into the middle. Oh, I'll tell you, they fourth down. They made Brian Thomas look like an All-American on that play.
Certainly did.
And had no business. There was a big blocker out in front of the running back still, and for some reason or another, either still didn't set him up right, or the block. I don't know what happened, but the defensive back or the left back of Brian Thomas made a great play.
Get a chance to see it
35-yard field goal attempt. He's had an extra point block today. This one is up. It's line out. It is no good. A.C. Wyatt.
Has had the
He
leg.
missed two field goals today. He's 0 for 3 for the season. He missed a 32-yarder on their first possession. He just missed a 55-yarder here.
And had a TAC block.
So kicking woes for the Hampton Pirates.
Florida A&M dodges the bullet
They
there.
certainly did. Dodged the bullet. Hampton was in great position after the interception. 2 turnovers for Fan Zone. Tries to turn the corner, still on his feet. Into the second. Out to the 35, 37, 39. They'll knock it out at the 40-yard line.
40-yard camper. He was the workhorse early going in the first 2 series of the ball game. Fine determined run by Corey Brooks.
He's out of West Palm Beach, Florida, junior from Suncoast High. 6.4 yards per carry average coming into the ball game. That's his stats today. 8 for 61 after that 20-yard run. Deep handoff. And right there to knock him down was Lloyd Tucker, senior out of Hampton. Good ball game from that defensive end spot, number 74, Tucker.
And signals being sent in to the quarterback there for the offensive court. Coach Jimmy James Joe.
Loss of 4 on the play, 2nd and 14. Odom Sampson. Back throw as a complete on the far sideline. And out of bounds goes John Rutledge. Knocked out on the far sideline by Marvin Adams. Donald Turner, who we saw go out with an ankle injury earlier, still on the bench and has not returned as of yet. 3rd down and about 7. At the 44-yard line from the shotgun. The pass incomplete. Good defense that time by Marvin Adams. Getting a hand in there, knocking the ball away from the intended receiver, Robert Wilson. So Adams, the sophomore from Bear, Delaware, get the bear hug on that time and knock the ball away. Bring up a 4th down punting situation. Donald bring on Darren Ford. 37.4 yards per punt. His long this year, 54 yards.
Fine hit.
And they're going to let this one go. Boy. They bury Hampton at the 1-yard line. Great special teams play for Florida A&M. Number 21 getting down there, Kevin Cleveland. He's been the man all day. 55-yard punt. Darren Ford with the pick. And what a job he did. The return man, Antonio Ricks, let it go over his head, which is normally what you're told to do if the ball is going inside the 20. Hopefully that it would bounce into the end zone. It did not. 11:32, the time remaining.
Tastefully done.
11:25 left here in the third quarter of play. And on first down, Hampton University tries for the long pass. But it went incomplete. Primus Burley almost picked it off. Ball on the ground. Here's Mayer out to the 8-yard line, giving them a little breathing room. It'll be about a yard or two shy of a first down. Tyrone Mayer, 235, talking to Billy Joe yesterday. He said, on film, Mayer looks bigger than 235. Reminded him of Cookie Gilchrist. He says, I want to stand next to that kid. He said, he looks like he's more like 250, but he is a 235.
Carries the weight quite well.
I think he has big pads. Bulk to that frame, right?
He's got some big something, because he does look better than 230.
Here's Mayer again, and he's pushed back. Not much happening there. And the defense holds. And it was Antonio Brown, the first man to hit him. And driving back and to bring up a fourth down punting.
Good defensive technique by Bradwell. Stop Mayer from getting the first down yard that's necessary to keep the drive alive. Bring up a fourth down punting situation.
Only the second day that Hampton has punted. This is Todd Covington standing in the end zone.
A&M should have fine field position here.
Covington gets off a pretty good kick. It drives Andre Williams back across midfield.
Clip!
Ball, they get the call. It definitely was a clip, and the clip was on number 21. And that is Kevin Cleveland, who was, and it also went down and down at the one that buried Hampton. So a 45-yard by Darren Ford, but it'll be brought back on the holding, as the coach over there talking to Cleveland about his penalty that he just picked up for the Rattlers. So rather than good field position at the 39-yard line of Hampton, the ball will be brought back from the spot of the infraction, and they'll start at their own 35 rather than the 40 or the 39 of Hampton.
Sometimes it goes when the effort is just too intense. Was an intended clip by Cleveland. Good opportunity to try and spring his return, man. And a good job by Cleveland, all for naught. First down and 10 for the Rattlers at their own 35-yard line.
Keeping it on the ground, Ken Williams, the fullback, has a first down to the 46. The freshman, Baltimore, Clifton High. George, we were talking about the injury to Donald Turner. Let's go down to him for an update.
All right, thank you very much, Charlie. Talked to Donald personally, and he told me his foot got caught, went one way, body went the other. They say he has a strained ankle. Although there is some concern that he also may have a problem with his Achilles tendon. He says he can walk over every time he pedals. It hurts him and hurts him bad, so he won't play anymore in this ball game. But he did assure me that Marvin Adams, who's replacing him, is the nickel back. He feels confident he'll do a good job. Back to you guys.
And he has done a good job, George, so far since he's been in there. Ken Williams gets the call once again and picks up another good chunk of real estate out to about the 46-yard line of Hampton University.
Kenneth Williams, two successful runners. Running picks up about 20 yards, bring up a second down and about 2. Rattlers on the move.
With 9:19 remaining here in the third quarter. Now Hampton, I believe, is going to spend a timeout right now. They do take a time. We have 2 remaining, and we'll take a break. We'll be back in Indianapolis. Stay with us. Black Football is brought to you by Coca-Cola Classic. Always the real thing, always Coca-Cola. And we're at the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. This is the 13th annual Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. Now we're in Indianapolis. First year that they started this, well, only 40,752. And their biggest attendance, 61 or 62,000. It was game 10 in 1993. They had 62,000 plus at that one. Fumble. Let's see who got it.
A&M retained first, and I do believe.
Ken Williams was on the carry, hit pretty hard at the line of scrimmage, and Ishmael, the center, recovered the ball. He's a junior out of San Francisco, California. That offensive line, there's 2 transfers up there. Actually 3. The center, Bradley Feeder. The young man also transferred from Paloma Junior College, as did Ishmael, and Owen Neal transferred from Vanderbilt. Now Florida A&M will take a timeout. They'll talk things over. Ken Williams
Just up from 40 Deuce and Dream.
just kicked his first field goal of the year. A 20-yarder to pull the Rattlers to within 4 points. The Pirates of Hampton University. Florida A&M scored first, 7-0 on the 12th pass from Sampson to Wilson. With 3:01 left in the first quarter. Then Mayer with a 1-yard run made it 7-6 as the extra point was blocked. That was in the second quarter with 3 seconds left. White intercepted a pass, ran it back 70 yards for a touchdown. That made it 14-7 after they went to the 2-point conversion, and they were successful. That was at half. Toro all the scoring here in the third quarter. 3:17 left on a drive that was a 14-play, 61-yarder. Deep man for Hampton, Antonio Rick. As Jeremy Ed gets set to kick it off. Different kickoff man than the field goal kicker or extra point kicker. This was a deep one. Rick at the 2-yard line. Rick trying to get to the sideline. Has some blocking, but knocked out of bounds on the near sideline by Cedric Liddell.
Special teamer, linebacker,
Down there.
All everything.
All the time.
Yes.
At the 27-yard line, that's where Hampton University will go to work. First down and 10.
Looked like the Pirates had to drag him off their man.
14 plays, 60 yards, 6:41. A lot of time FAMU took off that clock that time. Good ball control drive. Almost 7 minutes. 1-yard field goal by Toro. The first of the year for him. First of the year for the, actually the first attempt that they've even had this year. That is FAMU. As you look at Roy Johnson, we mentioned earlier that Roy Johnson was put in at the second half of the Hampton game, Howard game, a couple of weeks ago. Started against A&T and Virginia State. They're 1-1 with him as a starter. Looks like a mix-up there.
They played a lot back in the backfield, did the defensive lineman, number 93, charging in from this defensive tackle spot to...
I think they really wanted to go to the air, and they were going to get Lamont Still coming out of the backfield. Michael Thornton.
Big Thornton came in and crashed into everybody. Guards, tackles, referees, and the quarterback. Some to get somebody. A loss of about 4.
You play, right? Thornton. Flag is down, probably holding. Here is Still with the reception, still on his feet. Close to the first down, but I believe they're going to bring this one back. It's in the vicinity of holding.
Big Thornton is clapping his hands. He felt that he was the person who was being hit. Good job, 2 plays successively for Big Michael Thornton, number 3. Big fella. 6'3", 272 pounds, sophomore out of Belle Glade Central High School. Carter. The
back at John Wright, a longtime Joe Taylor assistant. The holding penalty will move the ball back even further. Remember, on first down, there was a mix-up in the backfield. They lost yards. Now the ball will be brought all the way back. Now we'll find out where they're going to bring it back to. The 11-yard line. Well, make it to 10. I think they guessed on where it should be that time. They have to get to the 38-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 28.
Pressure. This is the pickoff. Number 11.
It's intercepted.
Certainly
It
is.
was very tough being received by Rashad Joyner. It was Carlos Odom with the interception, his second of the year. Senior out of Haines City, Florida's first turnover of the day for the Hampton Pirates on the long pass.
That's as good as a punt, Charlie, but again, it comes very opportunistic for the Rattlers. Following a 3-point conversion, drawing the game to within 4 points. Fine field position there by Odom, coming up with a timely interception. First down and 10 for the Rattlers of Florida A&M at their own 44-yard line. 2 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in this, the third quarter. Play action. Wide
And
open in the
complete.
middle.
And the down to the 27-yard line goes Marvin Taylor.
Say this kid Sampson has a strong arm. Each of the passes that has been thrown in the middle look like they were too low, but the ball is right at waist high. The receivers, great looking, great catching, good running after the reception. First down and 10 inside the 30-yard line of Hampton.
35 pass play. And here's another man, Flowers, Antoine. First time we've seen him run the ball today. He came to the game with 178 yards rushing. In fact,
Freshman out of Detroit.
was a leading rusher for the team coming in. And this is the first time we've seen him touch the ball today, and as a man for the Hampton Pirates.
Flowers is a freshman running back out of Benedictine High School in Detroit.
And while they tend to the injured player down on the field, we'll take a timeout. A minute 36 remaining in the third quarter. We're at the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. Hampton leading 5-4. Charles Preston was taken up on the play, came off under his own power. To see what actually happened to him. It looked like he got hit by one of his own men. Pass play into the flat. It's complete. Near side, Robert Wilson. And a first down for Florida A&M.
Almost to double figures in his reception efforts today. Robert Wilson, leading receiver, all of Florida A&M, 20 touchdowns, 6 receptions. Good job of bringing this ball in. It looked like it was low and away. Fine reception, moves it inside the 10-yard line. It'd be first and goal for the Rattlers as they're knocking.
His long reception, 16 yards. He has a touchdown. 64 yards all total on 6 receptions for Robert Wilson, who came in averaging just under 14 yards per catch. And there's Flowers outside, has to beat 2 people. He can't get around. Flag and a face mask. Jay Clark. As Jay Clark came into the game with 22 tackles out of Portsmouth, Norcom High. A couple of interceptions in his stats this year.
Tell you what, you talked about the freshman and sophomore core that's comprised in the running backs, Billy Joel, and here's a freshman who shows a great deal of promise. Billy Joel's going to have a powerhouse for years to come.
He certainly will, and I think that's true. Going against Hampton University to be first and goal at the 5 for FAMU.
That's the swan move coming up. I saw that one.
Yeah. Slide me to the moon.
That's the fly me to the moon swan type move. And everybody knows what that play is, particularly the quarterback.
Full house backfield. And here's inside the 5, down to the 2. Make it the 1-yard line for the from Detroit, Antoine Flowers. Came into the game as the lead rusher for this Florida A&M team. And picked up some valuable yards in this drive. Didn't even play in the first half. Just touched the ball. 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. They may get this play off, they may not. After the quarter, Flowers up and down. Touchdown, Florida. Flowers on a 1-yard run.
Just propulsion, up and over. Good job by the big men up front, providing a wall for him to get up and over. Florida A&M goes ahead of the Pirates of Hampton, 16-14, awaiting the PhD. Good job.
It's touchdown rushing this year for Antoine Flowers. Went after by Juan Toro, who has a field goal, and it's up, it's good. And Florida A&M regains the lead as the third quarter comes to an end by 3, 17-14. We'll be back.
He's the NFL's fashion king, a man of the cloth, and now also a movie maker. Talk to the Green Bay Packers, Reggie White, Monday night on BET Talk.
Coca-Cola Classic. Always the real thing. It's always Coca-Cola. And we're at the Coca-Cola Central City Classic, where Florida A&M has just taken a 17-14 lead as we start the fourth quarter here in Indianapolis at the RCA Dome. What a beautiful day outside Indianapolis, but just as much enthusiasm on the inside here with these two teams. They've done a fantastic job of entertaining this game.
Yeah, certainly an ideal day today, Charlotte. All the colors on hand, all the fraternities and sororities that help to comprise this great Circle City Classic in its 13th year.
Time was 14-7 Hampton, but in the third quarter, it's been a 10-point explosion by the Rattlers, and they take a 17-14 lead. Antonio Rick standing back at his 5-yard line, received the kick of Jeremy Edwards, dancing to the music.
Trying to warm up, get some of those nerves off him.
Yeah. Man is over there doing. Here's Mr. Rick, Jr. out of Portsmouth, Virginia.
Look like he's doing the
Macarena?
yeah.
The subdued version. version.
Yes, trying to get those nerves off of him, awaiting the kickoff. You'll have a chance.
High kick, nice kick at the 5. Here comes out of there with it. And out to the 26-yard line. Goes Antonio Rick. As we look at that last drive, it was a 6-play, 56-yarder. 17 off the clock, and a 2-yard run by Flowers capped it off. 17-14, Florida A&M. Hampton now with the ball by 3 at their own 26. So far, their kicker, that is, Hampton, has not been efficient in this game in terms of field goals. He's missed 2 so far.
4 or 5 quarters. Season supposed to cross. Play action.
And then out of the hands of the receiver. Still.
Had the reception. Soft pass. Took his eyes off momentarily. Comes up empty-handed.
We were talking about the turnover situation earlier with Florida A&M. They were -2 in the turnover takeaway department. They had 14 turnovers coming into the game. They had 2 more in this one compared to 12 takeaways, while Hampton University is 14 in the giveaway
To the big fella.
department as Mayer runs it out to the 42-yard line.
15-yard scamper.
Good run for Mayer.
Have to be impressed with both the running backs in this ball game. Mayers for Hampton and Scott for, not Scott, but number 6, Brooks for Florida A&M, who's gained positive yardage all afternoon.
Here again is still transfer from the University of Virginia. A number of transfer players. Again, we talked about on both of these squads, Lem. One of the things that Joe Taylor and Billy Joe believe is happening with a lot of the students coming back to historically black schools in the bigger institutions, that they get more individualized and lost in the system, in the shuffle at the big schools.
Correct.
Mayer again picking up big chunks of yardage on this drive. And he's down to the 45 of Florida A&M. First down and 10. Mayer with 61 yards for 14 carries so far. And he picked up a great bunch of those yards on this drive. The wing T at its best for Joe Taylor. Back split behind the quarterback, Johnson. Joyner in motion. And here's Still. Bounces outside. And finally a flag is down, but brought down defensively by Primus Burley, senior out of Miami's Edison High. This one probably maybe a holding thrown by the umpire. It is against Hampton.
Still does his thing by using his getting outside. Primus Burley again, number 30, hurls him out of bounds.
So that'll make us a little bit. Holding is the call. It'll bring up a first home and 20. 24. First and about 24. Johnson back to throw it. Up top, wide open. He'll be out of bounds, though. Incomplete. Michael Jenkins had it, but he was out. Covered by Burley downfield. Deep punt. And ball just outside.
Yards inside to the straight would have been a fine throw and reception.
And a first down. Big play. Indianapolis, Indiana for the third annual Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. Charlie Neal and George Johnson with you here. It is 24. Hampton University. Incomplete. Nice attempt by Michael Jenkins, but he just couldn't hold on. He would have brought up a third down and about 8 if he could have held on to that pass. And that was Richard Brooks, principally for the Rattlers out of Opelika, Florida, Northwestern High.
Wholesale substitution. The linebacker goes out. They bring in the nickel package with all the defensive backs.
Bring in Boris Jackson. He's in there. Again, they're looking for Jenkins. He saves an interception. Primus Bailey covering. Now the Hampton sideline wanted interference because Burley never turned his head around.
Could have been shielding on the receiver, but the official ruled it incompleted forward pass. Bring up a fourth down, dictate on the situation.
For the Hampton Pirates and Todd Covington, who will punt it away for the third time today.
Covington out of Newport Beach, Virginia. Newport News, Virginia. Here it is.
Andre Williams, fair catch, and makes it at the 31. So that's where Florida A&M will go to work when we return. There's a break on the field. We'll take a timeout. 12:39 remaining here in the fourth quarter. FAMU by 3. Classic, 13th edition. I want to say congratulations to George Johnson and his lovely wife, who last Sunday, after he left Atlanta, he got home just in time for her to give birth to their second daughter, Brittany Lynn. Congratulations, George. He was hoping for that son, but he's going to take Brittany.
He's got to take her. His second daughter. Congratulations, George.
And his lovely wife, Donna. First down and 10 at the 31-yard line. I'm glad he made it back, because he'd have killed him if he had made it. Maybe Hampton's ball.
Hampton does.
Third turnover of the game for the Rattlers of Florida A&M.
For apparent reason, just popped out of the hand of quarterback Hampton. Foot, I believe, is the recipient of the fumble recovery, number 52.
So a big break for the Hampton Pirates. Let's see if they can take advantage of the turnover here. It's a mishandle by the quarterback from the center, George Ishmael. First and 10 at the FAMU 30. Mayer straight ahead. Mayer runs very hard down to the 22-yard line. A gain of 8. Tyrone Mayer leading the MEAC in rushing. Last year he gained over 1,000 yards rushing.
And the workhorse in today's contest.
There's still. He's going to go. Oh, I thought he was a great saving tackle. And the man is still down, I believe. I believe it was 13. Yes, it made the tackle defensively. Brian Thomas.
When the weak outside linebacker, one finger on his shoestring, he is leaping now. Otherwise, he would have
Might have gotten in there. Odom was giving chase also, but Brian Thomas tripped him up. It is first and goal at the 7.
wing T formation being deployed by Hampton. Motion.
There it is. The line to the 5. Second and goal. You have to take advantage of these mistakes. Tyron Johnson defensively on the stop for FAMU. .10 remaining. 17-14, 3-point ball game. Hampton trailing, but has the ball from second and goal at the 5. Still bounces inside. If he had taken it outside, I think he'd have had 6.
Yes. It was disciplined then. He wanted to cut it back inside. If he'd have used his speed, he could have beat everybody to the pylon and dove into the end zone. Third down and goal from the 4-yard line of Florida A&M goes Hampton Pirates, trailing by 3. Look for
third down and goal. And it is a pass. Too big for the intended receiver.
Tight end.
Shot.
He didn't get a lot of balls thrown his way.
Now, the dilemma for Joe Taylor has to be, do I kick it? Do I go for it? Because their kicking game in the field goal area has been atrocious so far today. They've had an extra point block, 2 field goals from 32 and 35 yards away.
They're going for it. Fourth down and goal.
This would be a 21-yard field goal attempt if they attempted it, but they're not. They're going for it on 4th and goal. Big fourth down play for the Pirates.
Big down it is. Play action again.
Quarterback keeps it. Can he get in? Yes, he does. Roy Johnson, he was met by two Rattler defenders, and he got it through between Richard Brooks and Othello Vaughn.
Othello smiles with a sigh of relief.
Boy, what a run by Roy Johnson. That's his second rushing touchdown this year. They cap a 30-yard drive. And they take the lead once again, 20-17. Here goes the PAT block.
To be ran back in had he had a chance to field it cleanly in the field of play. 3-point ball game it comes down to. Florida A&M trails by 17-20 now. Kicking game has really gone out of the window today for the Pirates of Hampton. Get a chance to see play action here. Johnson fools everybody except two defenders, but sneaks it into the end zone anyway for the score.
He had one guy break an ankle on that.
Yes, he did.
We'll be back.
You gotta be fortunate. You gotta be lucky now. Sitting here, thinking.
October almost to capitalize on two of the three turnovers by the Florida A&M Rattlers. One, Slice runs back 70 yards for an interception. Then after the fumble recovery, they drove down, and Johnson picks it in from 4 yards out on a fourth down play. And it's a 20-17 lead for Hampton University. They capped a 6-play, 30-yard drive. They used up 2:21 off the clock.
Johnson was ecstatic getting that ball into the end zone. A surge ahead of the Rattlers of Florida A&M. He takes a deserved water break. Short kickoff.
Not much running room on the return for Flowers. The running back is from Detroit. He brings it back to the 27-yard line. Here's the scoring drive for Hampton. Johnson with the run.
4 yards.
TD.
4-yard TD keeper.
But the extra point was blocked, so they've had 2 extra points blocked plus missed 2 field goals. That is Hampton University. From their own 27 is where you will go to work. 10 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for the Rattlers. Sampson, new quarterback in there. That's Damian Slaughter, senior out of Vicksburg, Mississippi. He transferred from Hines Junior High. About the scoring and how much Sampson was involved in the scoring, the quarterbacks from FAMU have scored 6 of the 10 rushing touchdowns that they had this year. Coming into today's ball game.
See how much bite the Rattlers still have left in their fans.
Those Flowers scored another one. We'll say 6 of the 11 touchdowns. 2nd down. Damian Slaughter. He got it for throws. Wide open to Wilson. Wilson knocked out of bounds on the far sideline, but not before he gets the first down into Hampton territory at the 44-yard line. Knocking out Cordell Taylor.
Good throw. Good rollout. Slaughter, here he is, rolling out to his right. Watch the release. Good throw.
That's only Slaughter's 7th pass attempt this year. He is 5 of 6 coming into the game in passing for 57 yards. No interceptions, no touchdowns. And that's his longest pass completion of the year. The previous was 25. That one was good for 26 yards. And here's Flowers on the carry. Not much running room there as the line collapses in on him after a gain of about a yard.
By arm left strong.
Billy Joe not very happy probably with the play of his starter, Sampson, who had 2 interceptions, plus fumbled the ball that resulted in the Hampton last touchdown, so he made a switch at quarterback. The kid at 5'11", 200-pounder.
Battle City in Mississippi, Vicksburg.
Here's Flowers, and Flowers still on his feet and has a first down at the 34-yard line of Hampton University. That big offensive line that averages 318, working off the right side where you have your more experience on the left side behind the hammer, Jamie Nails and Demetrius Billy. Billy was a first-team all-conference player a year ago for the FAMU Rattlers. Jamie Nails has started 26 straight games.
The hammer.
The hammer. And you got the tank on the other side, O'Neal. He's only 300.
Only 300.
Well, there goes Jamie Nails, the hammer. He was getting ready to hammer somebody.
Did prematurely.
Yes, he was.
There's Coach Billy Jones in the Rattlers orange golf shirt. With the rest of the brain trust. 18-9-0. What a record.
And that's at Florida A&M. In 23 years, he has accumulated a record of 187, 68, and 4. He was at Cheney State for 4 years. Or 6 years, actually 7 years at Cheney State. He was 44, 25, and 0 there. Then he was at Central State from 81 to 93. He was 125, 29, and 4. 80% winning record there. Long pass. Incomplete. Had the safety moved into the end zone, it would have been an interception. Wilson, the intended receiver. The safety we're talking about is Jay Clark, the free safety.
Big arm that Florida has.
Real big. Wilson trying for his 8th catch of the day.
Florida operates now out of the shotgun. Full house backfield. Now goes up under center.
The reception record in this classic is 12 by Frank Pillow of Central State, Tennessee State, back in 1987. Flowers picked up at the last moment by Marvin Adams.
Great burst of speed for 15 yards. Those Flowers out of Benedictine High in Detroit. Catholic school.
3rd down. Watch Flowers go to work.
Watch the acceleration here at the line of scrimmage. Just an arm brings him down.
That was Adams who saved it that time. 3rd and 2. At the 25 of Hampton University. 7:10, the time remaining.
To about a 40-yard field goal if they does not get the first down yardage necessary to keep the drive alive. Offside.
Illegal motion. I
No
don't see any
flag at all. Flowers for the first down. Didn't get it.
I didn't see a flag come
No
out.
flag at all.
He may have gotten it. Let's see where they mark it. But there was clearly offensive movement in that line.
No flag has been thrown. Timeout is being called. One of the men from Florida A&M was slowly getting up. The official called timeout. Now he has to restart it because he's up.
I'd like to see that again from the line of scrimmage standpoint of view because
couldn't see it.
No, but there was definitely movement in that line.
Yes, it was.
Before the ball was snapped.
First down gathered.
Here's Flowers again, tripped up in the backfield. And that was Lloyd Tucker who came up with the trip out of Virginia. Lost of a yard.
Nifty running by Flowers at Eastman deflected here in the late goings of this fourth quarter. 6 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in this, the 13th annual Circle City Classic. What a festivity.
There's the quarterback, Slaughter, rolling right, stops, runs out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Darrell Fife, the young man who intercepted a 70-yard interception for the touchdown, forces him out of bounds. Good job by not throwing that ball downfield. Goes Slaughter as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Gains about 1.5 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Operating out of the shotgun. Got protection. Wide open.
Now he's going to try to run it. And still on his feet and is brought down shy of the 15. Knocked down at the 17-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down situation.
Andre Williams was open momentarily in the middle of the field, right at the goal line. Slaughter was on the move. Didn't have a chance to set up and throw to him.
Toro in for the field goal. He's hit a 21-yarder already. This one will be a 33-yard attempt.
Count it.
And it is good. It's tied as Toro has kicked 2 field goals today. This one a 33-yarder. Time out on the field with 5:09 remaining.
Dodge is different. It is more technology, more innovation, more style than you think. Let Dodge lead you to a whole new road. Get your head into Dodge and expand your mind. Consider Dodge and allow your imagination to explore, express, expand. Think again. Think Dodge.
Brain Trust from Hampton University in the booth.
Looks on pensively.
Still again in motion. He cuts it back. He's at the 5 and down to the 5-yard line. By 1.5 yards shy of a 1st down goes Still, Lamont Still. They've run that counter play with him quite a bit today.
Certainly has. It's been a keeper for them. He's gained valuable yardage, particularly on 3rd and short, to keep the drive alive. We may see it again. If not, we'll have a chance to see Tyrone Mayers up the middle as Hampton called timeout.
Well, I'm sure Joe Taylor wants a high percentage play here. This is the first overtime game that either one of these teams have been involved in this year. The conference had overtime prior to this becoming a regulation situation imposed by the NCAA for all college games, no matter what division, 1, 2, or 3, or 1AA. So everybody will play an overtime game if it ends in a tie. They'll play until
someone wins.
Until someone.
We may be here till tomorrow, in other words.
Ironically enough, we haven't seen A.C. Wyatt practicing on the sideline as we have on the other sideline
with Toro.
But it's a 3rd and long one for Hampton at the 5. One lone setback, and that is Tyrone Mayer from the wing. Still in motion, Mayer should have the 1st down.
Flag down. Dirty Laundry's on the field, perhaps offside.
Or illegal procedure. Let's see. Major Boy, the line judge, the man who threw the flag, must be against Florida A&M. Illegal participation. Must have had too many men on the field.
After distance to the goal line, 1st and goal for Hampton University.
They would rather score a touchdown because we know what the loss of Juan Toro has done so far today. They bring in another tight end, and Adrian Weidman, number 88, and they bring in Antonio Ricks. They're probably going to go with a full house backfield in this situation, especially with the penalty, moving the ball closer to the goal line.
Tight ends for Hampton this year has been primarily extra blockers. Neither tight end has received a pass this year.
They don't throw to the tight ends too often, neither does Florida A&M. They've thrown to them twice today, I believe, their tight end. So the ball is moved down to the 2-yard line.
1st and goal. Inside it to make it the 1.5-yard line. 1st and goal.
Mayer, the lone setback. Mayer inside, down to the 1. 2nd down and goal at the 1. He almost lost that ball as he went down at the goal line. Came loose a little bit. I think FAMU wants to claim that they may have recovered.
Yardage down here in this particular area is hard by the yard, but a cent by the inch.
Well, one of the things Joe Taylor was telling us yesterday was the fact that they've done good in the red zone from the 20 to the 10. And from the 10 in that they've had their problems, yes.
Quarterback keeper.
Touchdown, Hampton University. Mayer. Tyrone Mayer with a 1-yard run.
Get a chance to see that again. Johnson looked like he lost his footing, but was alert enough to hand the ball off to Tyrone Mayer, who gets it in for the first score in this overtime play.
Now, again, the PAT, very important, but I think they're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Indeed they are.
And put more pressure on the Rattlers of Florida A&M.
Force them to score a touchdown as well as a 2-point conversion if they convert.
Now Florida A&M is going to have to call a timeout because they couldn't get their defense set for the 2-point conversion, thinking Hampton was going to go for the PAT. Let's look at the touchdown. Quarterback almost didn't get the ball off.
Correct. Lost his footing.
In fact, it looked like he was trying to run it, but he managed to get it in. Mayer took it in.
Watch again. Looks like one of the linemen may have stepped on the foot as he tries to reverse pivot, or he loses footing in the turf. Here he is. He stepped on, trips up the legs of the lineman, but again, alertly enough, gives it to Tyrone Mayer, who hurls it over for the score. Big PAT coming up.
It would be a big win for the Pirates program, especially in the MEAC, if they could knock off the Rattlers of Florida A&M. They're the defending WAC champs. They're now going for the point after with A.C. Wyatt, who's had 2 blocks here today. Kyle Payne is the holder. Snap. Kick is up. And it is good.
He's excited.
Mayer, who had missed 2 earlier, plus a couple of field goals, converts this time around.
A bit of redemption for him.
Wyatt, 27-7, Hampton, 27-20 rather, Hampton. And we're at the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. When we come back, it'll be FAMU's ball. 1st and 10 at the 25.
And they carry America into the 21st century. Black Women in Politics. That's our versus Sunday, 11 a.m. right here on BET.
City Classic, 13th annual, and Hampton University, here in overtime, has taken a 26-40 lead on Mayer's 1-yard run. Now, Florida A&M gets their opportunity. They must score a touchdown and tie, or go for the 2-point conversion for the win. Here, right now, their backs against the wall. They keep They go into the air.
Wide open for the score. Early score.
Touchdown.
Oh, look at here.
Right away, they hit Andre Williams out of the backfield, and he goes 25 yards on one play for the touchdown.
Here's the decision. Here is a major decision now for Coach Billy Joe.
And that was thrown by Slaughter, who came in place of the starter, Sampson, in the second half here, the fourth quarter. Perfect strike.
Perfect indeed, Charlie. Good concentration by that young man, Andre Williams.
Transfer out of Clemson. Only his fourth reception of the year. They're going for the tie. Kick is up.
Count it.
And it's good. We're tied at 27. Well, FAMU struck quickly. Now Hampton has to do something again.
5 seconds hadn't elapsed off the clock.
No time.
From Slaughter to Williams. No time.
It didn't matter.
I know, but I'm just saying the time in which it took to connect was less than 5 seconds, and then the PAT, good.
That's the first time we've seen Andre Williams on the kickoff returns, but he got out of there, and he was wide open in the left corner, and the dive and catch took him right into the end zone on the pass from Damian Slaughter. For Slaughter, that is his first touchdown pass of the year. And for Andre Williams, that is his first touchdown reception, his fourth overall. Now they'll toss the coin again.
See who gets the ball first.
Nobody wants this one, huh? 54 points between the two schools. By the way, the 2 field goals kicked by Toro ties the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic record of the 2 field goals Central State kicked against Florida A&M back in 1986. William Billy Joe in the orange shirt.
3-0 in the Circle City Coca-Cola Classic. While at Central State looking for his first victory as the head man of the Rattlers.
Most points ever in the Circle City scored between two teams, and that was Mississippi Valley and Grambling, and that was in the first ever Circle City Classic, 48-36 the final.
1984.
Florida A&M 0-3-1 in Dome Stadium. They lost twice last year in Atlanta, and both of them were to Southern. Once in the regular season, and then in the Heritage Bowl, and then they're 1-1 here in the Dome in Indianapolis. These guys said, we got to stop meeting like this. Sam Jordan, our referee. You know the rules, right, guys? I'm going to toss the coin, and I want you all to call it in the air. I didn't see any coin.
Heads I win, tails you lose.
Oh, Hampton gets the ball again. I didn't even see the coin toss, did you?
That's how fast he is.
Quick, isn't he? Like that commercial
Yes.
with Ishmael on the
yes.
phone.
You want to see it again?
Do I? Just slow it down. It is first down for Hampton at the 25-yard line.
Excitement plus for the fans here on hand. The record crowd, over 62,000 at the 13th annual Circle City Classic.
People wondering what's going on. Those who are not familiar with the rule, and they're still going, and they're going and going and going. The bands will do a post-game performance for the fans here. Still in motion, reverse. Some room, quarterback out there trying to block. Turning the corner and gaining about 7 or 8 yards is Rashad Joyner, the wingback from Chesapeake, Virginia, out of Indian River High. Brian Thomas, the linebacker out of Montgomery, Alabama, made the stop defensively. Gain of about 6, second down and 4. Mayer, the lone setback. Again on the wing to the left is Lamont Still. Still in motion. Still has the ball coming to the right side. Can't turn the corner. A lot of people there defensively. Maurice Johnson along with Cedric Liddell down there defensively. James Gibson also there for Florida A&M. Third down and 5. They lost about a yard on that play. We're tied at 27. We're in overtime. We're in Indianapolis. And it's the second Scooby Classic. Sponsored by Coca-Cola. And back to pass. Or draw play. A little slow developing. Mayer trying to battle his way and to bring up a 4th down.
A.C. Wide should be called upon now. He hasn't been practicing again. He's just standing on the sideline. No decision has been made.
They're going for it on 4th down. 4th and 2.
They missed it.
It's almost like the 2-point conversion here.
Certainly is.
Joe Taylor, let's go for it on 4th down.
Hampton missed.
Let's hope we can stop them when they get the ball.
Florida A&M will certainly have the advantage. Quick hit.
And it's a complete for a 1st down to the 10. They worked that play to perfection with Michael Jenkins on the reception.
Russell Parker on the stop defensively.
That quick hit pattern to the right side. Somebody's going to wake up and think, let me step up here, maybe take this ball out the air and go all the way in a moment.
As soon as you come up with that quick hit, it's a hit takeoff. You're trailing him into the end zone. It's always best to be safe than sorry. 4 fresh downs for the Pirates of Hampton.
The ball is actually at the 11 and it's 1st and 10. So they can get a 1st down without scoring. Still, stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on the play, down to the 10-yard line. That play is counter play designed to go inside. We saw one time where he could have bounced it outside and gone all the way.
1,563 career rushing yardage on 223 attempts.
He didn't even play in 95. He was injured. Lamont Still, 1,174 yards as a freshman. Here's Mayer. He's met in the hole by Maurice Johnson, junior out of McGee, Mississippi.
Right up the road from Gulfport.
It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Roy Johnson, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Redshirt freshman. We're all tied at 27, and it's a 3rd down and 7 for Hampton. Big 3rd down. Fade into the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. No flag. Into the band. Again, Michael Jenkins, the intended receiver, and now it's a 4th down, and they're going to bring on the field goal kicker as James Gibson was covering defensively. Maybe the confidence to get the point after the last touchdown will give this young man, A.C. Wyatt, an opportunity now. It'll be a 25-yard field goal attempt.
A little longer than a little longer than an extra point. Snaps up.
It's up. It's long enough, and it is good.
What a hit.
So Wyatt with the 25-yard field goal makes it 30-27.
See if the Rattlers could strike as quickly as they did their first series of possession. From Slaughter to Williams.
And we'll take a timeout. 3-point lead for the Hampton Pirates. with the Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. We're in the second overtime. 27. We're in the second overtime here. And now Florida A&M has the ball as we get ready to give them the ball. Well, there's Red Hat holding up the game. So maybe
there's Toro prancing the sideline. They're hoping they don't have to use Toro in this series.
they didn't last time except for the extra point.
Touchdown to clinch it. Flowers.
Flowers bounces outside. And Pearson touches him, misses him. Still on his feet. First down inside the 15.
Homeboy from Detroit.
Finally brought down by Marvin Adams. Preston had a shot at him. There was another Pirate over there that had a shot at him, and he got out of the grass. Here's Preston right here.
Good determined run. Spins back to the inside. Keeps his balance. Gets the ball down to the 12-yard line.
Xavier Gunn, who the second man to miss him, number 29 there. Here's Flowers again.
You can hear the coaches up here saying, slap the ball out,
Yeah,
get the
that
ball out.
Yeah. A turnover, that's it. That would be the game.
Yes.
So, of course, you have to think about protecting the football in addition to trying to score. FAMU has had 3 turnovers in the ball game, 2 interceptions and a fumble.
All resulting in the scores for him.
2 of them, in fact.
Yes. Wholesale substitutions offensively for the Rattlers.
Williams is in there now, the man who scored the touchdown to force the second overtime.
So is Wilson. Shotgun being deployed by Slaughter.
And they hand off to Flowers. Flowers inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. But with seeing all those receivers out there, makes you wonder what they're going to do. It'll make you think.
It really will. Third down scenario here for the Rattlers. Deploying 4 wideouts. Their red gun offense. Flowers the remaining back. Slaughter deploying the shotgun.
Third down for the Rattlers. They need this one to keep their drive alive. Throws wide open, incomplete. Not a good throw. Was tipped at the line of scrimmage. 4th down. They're going to cut the field goal to tie. We may be looking at a third overtime.
We had the man who scored the touchdown in the first
Andre
overtime.
Williams.
Yes, was wide open in the middle on a post pattern.
26-yard field goal this time for Flowers, who is a correction for Toro, who's hit on 21 and 33-yarder. Make it a 25-yard attempt.
Odom holding. Good snap, good hold.
And it's up, and it is good.
Count it. What a job Toro has done today.
3 field goals, this one from 25 yards out. And it's tied at 30. We're going to our third overtime.
Referees convene at midfield, and I'm sure they'll go through a hand-to-hand situation. And
Joe Taylor says, what have I got myself into? I was all right to CIAA. We didn't have these overtimes. Although he would have had it this year.
Certainly would have. It's for all colleges now.
Timeout on the field. Third overtime when we come back.
Australia's Great Barrier Reef. You don't need fins to swim under it. You don't need wings to fly over it. You don't need 4 legs to run through it. But you just might need to bring this. Because Reef Watch Air Tours, Wild Track Jeep Safaris, and Pro Sail Schooners will take you on the ride of your life. But they won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
our third overtime here at the 13th annual Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. Hampton again with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 25 of Florida A&M. It's all tied at 30.
History in the making.
Quarterback decides to keep it. Maybe sacked. Gets it off. Incomplete. Too high for the intended receiver, Michael Jenkins, on the near sideline.
Had some heat on him. Good heat applied by big number 91 coming up from his defensive end position.
General Cousins.
And a lot of Coca-Colas today.
Yeah, sure has. 2nd down.
Play action again.
Throws back to the near side.
Tight end.
Tight end.
Good job by the linebacker.
With no blocking. Remember, every time they've had some openness there on either side, it seems like somebody misses a block or the defense just does a fantastic job of getting into position. That's Maurice Johnson that time that did it.
Phenomenal job by Maurice Johnson as he filters through about 2 blockers and comes up with a stop on the tight end who caught a 3-man screen for 3 yards.
Latrell Scott was the receiver.
3rd down and 7.
Scott, a former linebacker himself.
A lot of converted ball players. A lot of ball players with diversity on each of the squads.
3rd down and 8. Pump fake.
Screen again.
They get the block this time. Nifty footwork that time by the running back. And that is Lamont Still for the 1st down inside the 15. So about the 12-yard line. Good determined run by Mr. Still. I'll tell you, some people just, they were just here too long.
They've overstayed their stay.
Somebody said, wake up. He doesn't like that.
It was showing up on the big screen in the house here at the RCA Dome. We caught a couple of guys napping last week in Atlanta.
There. No gain, maybe a yard to the 11. Not much there for him. 2nd down, 9. Again there defensively, Cedric Liddell, senior out of Pensacola State High. Between him and Ings last week against Howard, they combined for 21 tackles.
Ref trying to replace the ball.
Each team gets 1 timeout in each overtime. Backs were split. Still and Mayer.
Play action.
Quarterback keeps it, throws, has a complete to Still. He's out of bounds at the 4. It'll be 3rd down and about 1.
At the 3-yard line, I do believe. Substituting the defensive lineman, giving them some fresh legs, goes Florida A&M.
They just brought in Nails on defense. He's an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Hammer. And they keep it straight ahead with Mayer. Looks like he may have the 1st down.
It is a first being indicated by the quarterback for Hampton.
Florida A&M has been very stingy in terms of running touchdowns allowed this year. They've given up 2 in this ball game.
Close enough for a measurement. As someone was Hampton saying that the chain gang dropped the 6. First down yardage, 4 fresh downs.
Coming into the game, A&M had only given up 2 touchdowns rushing this year. They've allowed 3 in this game. 2 by Mayer, 1 by the quarterback, Roy Johnson. So it is first down and goal for the Hampton Pirates as we're in the 3rd overtime. No matter what they do, FAMU will get the ball back. He's in for 6. Or did they call it? It looked like he might have been in, but the line judge and the head linesman have not signaled anything. I thought he broke the plane, but no signal from the officials, so apparently he didn't.
Second down.
Second and goal. Mayer going after his 3rd rushing touchdown today.
What a way to build up the stats in these overtimes, huh?
You sure can. That would, if he should score here, that would tie the most touchdowns rushing in the Circle City Classic. Terry Morrow, Central State, did it in '86 against FAMU. Melvin Williams did it. He did it. He's in the end zone for 6. 3 touchdowns rushing today for Mayer, all from 1 yard out. One coming with 4:16 left in the second quarter. He scored in the first overtime, and then he just put it in once again from 1 yard out.
Big, powerful runner. 1,000 yards last year. I'm sure he'll eclipse that again this year.
1,193 yards and 9 touchdowns a year ago. He has 4 touchdowns this year. This is the point. No good. A flag is down. We may have roughing the kicker. Now let's see what happens.
He may have been blocked into the kicker, number 27, Russell Parker.
But they're calling roughing the kicker. Sam Jordan, the referee. So he'll get another shot. Or they're going to go for the 2. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Half the distance to the goal line. They put it on the 1 yard line this trip. President and everybody's on the sideline. Roughing the kicker.
The ball hit the left upright on the kick by A.C. Wyatt. But the penalty on roughing the kicker against FAMU gives them new life.
Right there. Today, people who didn't send the money Western Union and the heartbreak it caused. Why the disguise, Mr. Jones?
I blew it.
Did you share with her?
My mom needed money,
And you didn't use Western Union?
Right. So to get the money, she had to hitchhike across 3 counties. Took 2 pickups and an 18-wheeler.
No way to treat your mama, man.
And how does Mom feel? My own son.
Hey, it's your money. Use Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
A small-time detective, an amnesia victim with a dangerous past.
You're an assassin working for the United States government. Where were you at?
Now, the biggest case of his career could be the biggest mistake of his life.
When we first met, you were all like, oh, fool, I burned the darn muffin. Now, you go into a bar, sailors come running out. What up with that?
Gina Davis.
Honk if there's any trouble.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, so Miss Daisy, I'd be honking.
The Long Kiss of Night, rated R. Starts Friday, October 11th.
Man, look at this place. It is loaded with bargains. 2001 diapers? You'll be diapering that kid till he's 16. And what goes better with a bologna sandwich than 5 gallons of mayonnaise? You want a real bargain? Just pick up the phone and dial 1-800-COLLECT and say the people you called some serious money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't get ugly, people. Plenty to go around. 1-800-COLLECT, save up to 44%.
When Tokyo Electric Power came to GE for its advanced turbine technology, it gave Tokyo the largest, most efficient power plant of its kind in the world, which means more jobs for people back home and a better future for the people of Japan.
I need to cool myself down. Come on, baby. I wanna be cool. Always Coca-Cola.
Bold, tastefully done. Critics are raving about 3 The Grown-Up Way. From Mickey D's, producer of the critically acclaimed Deluxe, comes 3 new deluxe sandwiches.
Crispy chicken deluxe.
Grilled chicken deluxe.
Fish fillet deluxe.
And that's an order.
Yes, sir.
Mature taste. Love toppings like whole leaves of lettuce, juicy tomato, tasty sauces, and a fish fillet that's 50% bigger.
You're going down.
3 The Grown-Up Way. An exciting new part of McDonald's lineup.
Going in.
Going in with you.
Back into our 6th overtime. Johnson hands off to Lamont. Still barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage as we start this 6th historical overtime contest in the 13th annual Circle City Classic, featuring the Rattlers of Florida A&M against the Pirates of Hampton University. What a game. It's all that everybody expected and more. Charlie?
Second down and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Hampton Pirates in our 6th overtime, tied at 52.
Play action.
Quarterback's going to be sacked. Back at the 31. A little slow developing as Jomo Cousins came in to make the stop. Big guy, sophomore out of Riviera Beach, Florida.
This may put a little pressure on S.A. Wyatt if he has to try and convert.
This is a 3rd and long. 3rd and 16.
What stamina both teams has deployed here today.
Oh, almost intercepted. An opportunity there for Ulrich Johnson, the sophomore from Miami, Northwestern High, but he couldn't hold on. 4th down.
Hit him in a bad spot. Right in the hands. Good depth deployed there by the linebackers on a sure passing situation. Again, you got to take your hat off to all the skill position people as well as the big linemen. Timeout being deployed now by Hampton University. 52-52 in this beginning of the 6th period of this overtime contest. Get a chance to watch it again as Johnson dropped deep in the pocket. Good protection at the point of attack.
I'm glad this game didn't start at 8 o'clock the real time. We'd have been here till 2 in the morning.
Well, I just told Eric, if this game is not over by 9:30 in the morning, we're leaving anyway.
The band has gone to sleep.
But it doesn't take much to get that band fired up as they crank up again.
Well, Hampton's band is still in their seats. Florida A&M's band was down on the field going to do a post-game show, and they're all sitting around.
This could be the biggest play in the overtime contest for the Pirates of Hampton.
Because each team has scored every time they've had the ball.
Certainly has. They're going for it on 4th down.
Well, you got to go for it. The way Florida A&M has done every time they've gotten the ball. Big 4th down play.
No pressure.
Wide open. Complete at the 5. 3.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Hampton University. 31-yard pass to Michael Lewis. Or Jenkins, rather.
All that you bargained for and more.
On a 4th and 16, they go 31 yards for the touchdown.
Awesome indeed. Awesome indeed. Snaps up, down, and it's good.
No good.
What?
He missed the PAT.
Oh, no. I was just about to say what confidence he's regained after having one block, missing another one, and missing a couple of goals.
Big block, big play, and big break for FAMU as you look at Michael Jenkins with his touchdown reception of 31 yards. A great effort to get in the end zone as he was met at about the 2-yard line by 3 FAMU defenders. But it's a difference of a missed extra point right now.
Good determined run. Here it is. Roy Johnson over the middle. Curl pattern, deep curl to Michael Jenkins. Fakes out one DB and rides another DB into the end zone for the score as they pull ahead of the Rattlers. 58-52. Florida chance in this 6th overtime victory.
Last week, Florida A&M won a game from Howard that the field goal kicker, the extra point kicker, missed an extra point that would have tied the game. So they are hoping they can take advantage once again. Slaughter under pressure. Gets it away, incomplete. Too short for the intended receiver downfield.
Plenty of pressure being applied. Number 97 defensively in.
Charles
Preston applying a lot of pressure on Slaughter as he slipped, had to get out of the pocket, running for his life.
2nd down and 10 in our 6th overtime here.
Can these big plays continue?
All they need is an extra point to win after a touchdown.
Yeah, they got to get the TD. Imperative.
On option. Quarterback kick. They try to steal the ball from him, and it's 1st down. They tried to slap the ball out of the quarterback Slaughter's hands, but the senior from Vicksburg, Mississippi, held on for dear life, and it's a 1st down inside the 10. Injured player down for Hampton University.
Referees are calling injury timeout as you see Slaughter again. Worked the option to perfection. Tucked it under his right arm. Good job.
Cordell Taylor's the man that's a little slow getting up. He's walking off now under his own power.
Young man that has a lot of similarity or a lot of symbiotic relationships to that of Deion Sanders of the Cowboys. Good job here by Slaughter. There it is. His left arm looked like he tried to arm tackle Slaughter as Slaughter cuts back to the right. He got a wing and slowed him up. 1st down and 10. 1st and goal inside the 10, mark at the 9.
Again, the hard-running Antoine Flowers, the lone setback option again, and they read it very well. And that is Charles Preston, who wouldn't let him go.
Bad decision, and I would have flipped it out to Flowers.
Oh, he had some room out there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Good job by Flowers, number 97. Charlie mentioned, good specimen of a football player.
Cardozo High, Washington, D.C. Went to the University of Virginia. Decided it wasn't for him. Owen Neal, also a transfer man, right tackle offensively.
2nd and goal.
Option and the pitch.
2nd and goal.
Here he goes.
2nd and goal.
He didn't get there. He stopped at the 1.
Benedictine can be proud of its former pupil, Antoine Flowers.
But he smelled it.
Yes, he did. What a difference he's made here in the 2nd half, particularly, even in the overtime contest. 3rd down and goal from the 1.
Almost a pick there.
Yes, it
by
was.
The defender there who came in, David Turner, almost got a hand on that ball.
A few more pounds on Flowers. He may have been able to walk it over.
Here he goes. Flowers stopped.
Big down here. 4th down.
Flowers was stopped in his tracks.
Big down. 3 Pirates. Number 55, the first to get to him.
John Buckley. And timeout being used by FAMU.
Wise decision.
4th down play.
Wise decision. Football at its finest.
Here's Buckley, the man who made the big stop that time.
Pumping it up.
This could be the ball game. That's what's waiting for the winner.
Winner and the MVPs.
You've got a lot of people who've been MVPs out there today.
I don't see how we could call it.
On both sides.
I don't see how we could call it.
You got Andre Williams and you've got Flowers.
Tyrone, got Tyrone.
And you got Florida, the quarterback who came in and did a great
Sampson.
And did a great job.
Indeed.
So he could very well be the MVP. And on the other side, you've got Mayer, who's done a great job.
Mayer. You got number 6. You got Brooks,
who started the game too. Yeah. But hasn't played much.
Replaced by Flowers. All you be just and right.
We haven't even seen Josh Patterson or Buddy Davis play today, but Brooks, Williams, we didn't see Michael Williams do much today, but Terrell and Flowers and Ken Williams. Ken Williams is the up back in the eye.
Biggest play of the game for the Rattlers. Off the pass. Holding. Wide open. They caught it.
Decline it. Decline it. Decline it.
No, it was holding against Hampton.
Oh,
holding against Hampton.
You sure?
I'm very sure. I'm very sure.
There's a flag down. Now Hampton's celebrating.
I know it prematurely.
They need to come off the field.
Premature celebration. Defensive back, number 21, is the guilty party.
Cordell Taylor.
Cordell Taylor is the guilty party.
But it is defensive holding against Hampton.
First down and goal. It'll be first down and goal from the 1. See? First and goal from the 1.
Joe Taylor out there with the referee, Sam Jordan.
Yeah,
John right out there.
Get a chance. Watch at the top. Watch at the top. Here, see it?
Oh, yeah.
Handful of it.
Handful of jersey. Great
Handful.
call.
Yes, sir. Great call.
Ken Dollar, the referee out there who made the call.
Other than that, great defensive series for the Pirates of Hampton. There it is again. You can see it clearly. They will get a first down and goal from the 1. Should be the assessment. 4 first downs.
That's Hampton thought it was 1 and celebrating prematurely. I know these coaches have never been on a game like this. They've been in some games, but not like this.
Not at all.
This is like no preseason scrimmage. Billy Joe, still on the job.
Cool, calm, and collected. Outside. Inside, he's like a tumultuous sea.
Joe, head coach of the Rattlers of Florida A&M. And the ball is placed at the 1-yard line. It'll be first and goal. 1 holding penalty.
Away from a victory.
And it was a run play all the way. So there was no reason to hold. Unless they thought he was going to pass. Ken Williams. Looking back. And Brooks doesn't get in. I should make that Williams doesn't get in. Williams got the call. Stop.
That's the
1-yard line. It'll be second down and goal.
Substitution for the Pirates of Hampton goes 95.
Go down to George. He's been absent for a while. What do you have, George? Well, you got to turn George's mic on. Touchdown.
By 7. But we got a chance to win it if they make the field goal or the extra point, I mean.
Ken Williams with the 1-yard run.
What a game.
And it's tied right now 58. 1-point game. And how big was the point missed by A.C. Wyatt on that last touchdown by Hampton University?
Toro.
Been perfect today. A couple of field goals and made all of his extra points.
Toro.
This for the win for FAMU.
Snapped up. Good. Count it.
It is good. Florida A&M wins it. 59 to 50.
They're storming Toro. Deserve it they should. The entire team. They might have to scrape him up off the curve. Florida A&M first retreat under the dome. There's a flying quarterback, Johnson. Tremendous game he displayed. He's the helmet quarterback for the Pirates. Regulation is the overtime. But again, unfortunately, somebody had to lose. Particularly came up to a 20-20 tie in the 4 quarters.
Again, kicking game fell to the with Hampton today. While lifted the Rattlers to victory. There's Juan Toro, a sophomore from Miami High. Perfect in extra points and in field goals today. And the counterpart, A.C. Wyatt.
Number 3 there with his hands on his hip.
Sideline. It was just not his day. And what a hard-fought. There were no losers. Only on the scoreboard. And there is the young man I feel should be the MVP
Slaughter,
of this
no
game.
question, no
Damian
question.
Slaughter, who came in late in the contest.
Replaced Sampson.
Came in the 4th quarter after Sampson fumbled the snap on the next possession that resulted in a touchdown for Hampton University.
Threw a couple interceptions, one for a touchdown.
He guided them right back. I'll tell you, the man from Vicksburg, Mississippi,
Battle City,
came out of Hines Junior College in Vicksburg, Hines Junior College in Vicksburg, and hadn't played a lot coming into today's game, but I'll tell you, he did a job for Billy Joe and the Rattlers of Florida A&M, along with Antoine Flowers and Ken Williams and Terrell.
Wilson.
And each week at this time, we present our Coke Player of the Game. And the honors this week goes to the quarterback. Number 16, there he is. And this was the play that penalty for Damian Slaughter, 136 total yards, 88 passing, 2 touchdowns, and he ran for 48, but guided them throughout this game. He never faltered when it counted.
No, he didn't, Charlie. We got to give our hats off and a hearty congratulations to Coach Billy Joel and his staff. Billy Joel is 4-0 in the Circle City.
He certainly is. He's never lost in the Circle City Classic. He was a winner as the head coach at Central State, and he's a winner as the head coach at Florida A&M. Damian Slaughter. You see the stats on him? Our congratulations. He is the MVP, our Coca-Cola Classic MVP, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Always the real thing, always Coca-Cola. Let's go down the sideline, and our George Johnson has got Robert Wilson with him. George?
All right, thank you very much, Charlie. First, let me start off with the offense, because I know this was a very taxing time for you. Tell me about the things that were going through your mind offensively every time you saw Hampton get into the end zone during this overtime.
Well, we know we're going to stick with our defense. You know, they were scoring, but we said, hey, we have your back. And we just felt we had to score every time, and the last time we came up big.
Defensively, I saw you guys fall on that first score in overtime. And just that, you know, the world had crumbled at that point. Did you ever imagine it would go this long?
Hey, we made history. I'm just glad to be out of. We had to do it. The Rattlers, baby, we stick to the end. We strike again.
All right. So that still keeps you up top of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. You seem in control now in terms of the standings and everything.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I just go out and try to play my game. I'm not worried about the standings. Coach is going to come to me with the ball when crunch time comes, just like he did there. We got that pass interference. And I'm just going to do my job. Do as my coach tells me. And, hey, if I'm at the top at the end, that's good. That's all well and good.
Well, it must be all good because they are on the top after this one, winning in who knows how many overtimes.
You're right, George. 6 overtimes it was. James Gibson and Robert Wilson were the men that we're talking to there. 59-58 the final score. Florida A&M prevails in this, the 13th annual Coca-Cola Circle City Classic. What a game it's been for George Johnson Lim Barney, and all of us here at DET Sports, glad you could be with us for our college football season. Have a good week, everyone.
Got the phone? Dial